situation in Burma. I thank my friend from New York for sponsoring it, following the devastating cyclone that hit that country earlier this month. The United Nations, Mr. Speaker, has suggested that the death toll from the cyclone is likely to number more than 100,000. Many people already living in poverty saw their homes swept away, and some 2 million survivors are now struggling to stay alive, threatened by disease and starvation. The water is contaminated, medicine is hard to come by, and much of the land in the affected regions is still underwater. Bodies of victims are floating in the waters with those of drowned animals. Our thoughts and prayers go out to the victims of this terrible tragedy and to their families. This body has addressed the plight of Burmese people many times in the past, as they have struggled for the most basic freedoms under the repressive military junta that rules them. It is tragic that a people that has already suffered so much now faces this devastation. The resolution we are considering expresses support for the Burmese people and confidence that they will overcome the hardships they now face. It calls on Americans to give generously to humanitarian agencies that are addressing the crisis. I am pleased that the U.S. government has pledged more than $16 million in relief for Burmese cyclone victims, and if our relief is allowed to get there, I'm sure that number will skyrocket. But the military regime has thwarted the efforts of relief agencies and personnel to enter the country and distribute aid. There have been reports that the government has also appropriated supplies, withholding them from the victims. Our aim here, Mr. Speaker, is not to score points on the Burmese question. My feelings and those of my colleagues are well known. At this point, we all just want to see humanitarian aid get to the people as soon as possible to save lives and mitigate suffering. Right now, paranoia reigns among Burma's military strongmen, and innocent people, as a result, are dying. But I plead with Burma's leaders to facilitate relief efforts, allow the international community to help. I ask them to heed HRES 1181's call to put the welfare of the Burmese people first. Yield back to balance my time.